This is Ann Batt with Operation Restoration, a nonprofit mission of healing and restoration dedicated solely to teaching borrowers successful, proven, step-by-step instructions how to stop foreclosure through correctly preparing for loan modification or sale of property, even if they are under bankruptcy. We believe and have shown that education empowers people to help themselves. Many people have fallen victim to third parties who have scammed them or not followed through. There is no need to stand in line or sign contracts with organizations or to pay someone. Foreclosure can be stopped when you know what to do. Now it is my pleasure to share with you the education which has helped hundreds of borrowers with 100% success. It is important not to give up because foreclosure on one's record can hinder one's ability to obtain a job or alternative housing. The website operationrest.org is updated immediately with new information as changes in the industry are reported. As this is a community effort, please, if you know someone in trouble, help them with this information. And please report information to us so that we can share it with others. This segment, presented in parts, will cover information you need, frequently asked questions about loan modifications, outcomes, prevention options, how to work with your servicer, and effects of foreclosure. The following information can also be found under the Information You Need tab on the website, operationrest.org, along with proven 15 steps to loan modification using the Making Home Affordable program, or HAMP, proven 15 steps to loan modification using traditional guidelines, and proven 15 steps to short sale, selling under the mortgage balance. These are the most used options to stop foreclosure as presented in the order of loan modifications and forbearance versus other options. Number 1, request a loan modification. This is a permanent restructuring of the current loan, which places delinquent payments at the back end of the loan, extends the number of years, most of the time lowers the interest rate, and consequently lowers the monthly payment. Modifications depend on the type of loan and your ability to posture your numbers to meet the formulas required for your loan type. Learn your loan type first and then consult the website, operationrest.org, for easy-to-follow instructions, formulas, and sample outcomes. Number 2, request a partial payment forbearance. This is a temporary solution which is generally offered for temporary financial losses associated with illness, time off work and medical bills, death in the family, time off work and funeral expenses, temporary cut in pay, mandatory leave of absence, for example. Depending on the servicer, the borrower may be able to use reduction in income or loss of income, but that varies by servicer. A partial payment forbearance allows lower payments, sometimes 1/2 the current payment, for a limited time. But borrowers must posture to sell property, request a loan modification, or pay the past due debt as a permanent solution. Submitting an offer for your property with correct hardship documentation and then confirming receipt of the documentation by your servicer prior to the foreclosure date is another way to stop foreclosure. Please note, you can sell your property if the value is below the mortgage balance. While it is not recommended to wait until the last minute, sale of property can occur in a matter of days if the price is right. Easy-to-follow instructions and video explaining short sale requirements are listed on the website. Number 4, ask for a deed in lieu of foreclosure. This is a situation in which a borrower conveys or deeds the property back to the lender to satisfy a loan that is in default in order to avoid foreclosure. First of all, there is no guarantee that the lender will accept a deed in lieu of foreclosure, and secondly, deed in lieu of foreclosure can be as damaging to credit scores as foreclosure is. Scores can drop 200 to 300 points, depending on overall condition of credit. Options to stall foreclosures are as follows. Number 1, bankruptcy. Filing bankruptcy up to the day before foreclosure gives the court jurisdiction over you. In other words, your creditors cannot contact you by phone, letter, or otherwise while you are under bankruptcy. This is a temporary solution. See the Versus Bankruptcy tab on the website. Many bankruptcy attorneys will provide a free consultation. Please consider all options carefully. If you do not pay the mortgage as directed by Chapter 13 guidelines, Chapter 13 is a restructuring of your debt. The servicer will file a motion for relief of stay, which will allow the servicer to foreclose on the house. After a certain period of time, after a borrower files a Chapter 7 bankruptcy, the servicer will file for relief of stay in order to proceed with foreclosure. A borrower, while under bankruptcy, under jurisdiction of the court, can, number one, review workout options, that's modification or forbearance, with the servicer's bankruptcy loss mitigation area, or number two, sell a property, provided they receive a consent form from the bankruptcy attorney to speak with the servicer regarding the mortgage only. You can find a sample consent form on the website. This has to be faxed by the bankruptcy attorney directly to the servicer's bankruptcy area. For sale of property under Chapter 7, the borrower must verbally request permission from the servicer and then must go through their bankruptcy attorney to present contract and standard hardship documents to the court. For sale of property under a Chapter 13, follow regular procedures under sale of property on the website, except documents have to be sent to the liquidation bankruptcy area of the servicer. And number two, request the mortgage servicer to produce the note. This is the second way to stall foreclosure. When a homeowner is faced with a foreclosure suit, produce the note requires the lender to prove it has the actual authority to foreclose by requiring it to officially produce the original promissory note in the lawsuit. This is an option for borrowers, but less dependable. One person's experience is listed under Produce the Note on the website. What is a repayment plan? This is an option offered by the servicer's foreclosure or collection department if A, investor guidelines for loan modification are not met, or B, the borrower shows too much income over expenses, $800+ is a general rule, or C, you happen to communicate with the foreclosure or collections department instead of the loss mitigation or loan modification department. Note, this offer normally requires a lump sum payment or regular mortgage payment plus some of the delinquent amount, thereby causing the payment to be higher.